Um, yeah. Um, I don't know what I've just watched. Um, what is wrong with these home teams and losing in the matter of seconds at the end of games? Two games that I've just watched tonight has ended in one, the arguable second best team in basketball choking a 20-point lead in the second half, and two, the best team in basketball choking a lead that they had for the entire game to Aaron Gordon hitting a 3-point jump shot. I The NBA is so crazy, man. I don't even know where to begin with this game. To be completely honest, there was never a point in this entire game where I felt like the Nuggets were a chance. Even after Chet missed two free throws, I thought in my head, Nuggets are okay. I mean, the Thunder's okay. The Thunder were not okay. Russell Westbrook runs up the court. To be honest, I was fully expecting Russell Westbrook to shoot the ball, for starters. But for him to not shoot the ball and actually make the right read was really impressive from Russ. Aaron Gordon just is a 3-point shooter. Down 1 point with 4 seconds left on the clock. We know for the longest time of his career, Aaron Gordon has been a complete get-to-the-ring guy and, dunk on anybody that's in the paint. But no, he's decided to pull up from three on the road against the best team in basketball. I don't know. Like, what a day of basketball. I just have so many thoughts about two of these games, and the second round is just gone off to an absolute flyer. And it's just been said, in the 3 games of the first round, the home team has lost every single game. I'm hoping that reflects to the Warriors series tomorrow, but that's another story. That's tomorrow. Insanity. I still am trying to recoup my thoughts of what's going on, because the Thunder played an incredible game. Isaiah Hartenstein with the roll on Nikola Jokic did him to beat you, but no. And in this case for the Thunder, Aaron Gordon beat them. I don't know what it was, how it happened. The Thunder had a convincing lead for literally the entire game. I don't reckon they dropped below a double-digit lead until probably the last few minutes of the game. I don't know what happened. Like, their offensive possessions were broke. Shea got to the ring, obviously, with about 10 seconds left. Got that 2-point bucket. And then Chet gets fouled, goes to the line, 1-point game. Everything to play for, no timeouts. If you make at least one free throw, you feel a lot better about setting up your defense. And second of all, they have to then go for a 3. And you know in your head that they have to go for a 3. He missed both of them. And we know Chet, for the 2 years of his career that he's played, he's a hell of a free throw shooter, for especially a 7-foot center. Chet, in all honesty, played a really good game today, other than those missed free throws. It was just a case of, the little things towards the end of the game, which win you games. Alex Caruso not being on the floor when, they're going to foul, and even rotating him onto the court at some point after the game that he had. Alex Caruso was by far their best player today. Impact-wise, defensively, offensively, he was hitting like majority of his corner jump shots they were getting. He was getting fast break points off his 6 steals that I think he had, and just making an overall impact. And the fact that he wasn't on the court, I'm aware he's not the best free throw shooter in the world, but after what I've just seen, neither is Chet Holmgren. So I don't really know what to say. Just an absolute blur of a game. Jamal Murray played far from his best as a point guard. He just didn't look in rhythm on his shot. He hit a few nice jump shots, his little mid-range turnarounds that he likes to get to. But in that two-man action with Nikola Jokic, it looked really broken. Like, it didn't look like Murray was ever a chance to actually attack the basket on his own or find his jump shot. It looked like he was going after Jokic every time. I understand Jokic ended up with 40-plus points, and basically every time Jokic got the ball on a smaller defender, he was going to the bucket and scoring. But you've got to exploit both sides of the mismatch. And I think Denver would have been so much more in this game if Jamal Murray is exploiting that mismatch. If you get Isaiah Hartenstein on you, there is no world in which that you should be immediately looking to dish the ball. Jamal Murray, everybody talks about it. Every time the players come around, Jamal Murray, he's this amazing, special talent, best player never to be an all-star, all this sort of talk. But if you're not going to attack Isaiah fucking Hartenstein in a pick-and-roll action, what's the point? It's just... Nikola Jokic, I just have a million different words to say about him. He looked like in this game he was the coach. He was the team's best player. He was the catalyst for drawing fouls. The one thing that I have to say about Jokic's game today is I've never seen Jokic foul bait so much. I don't know if it's like a new thing that like he's trying to sort of adopt into his game, these sorts of things, but it just really looked unnatural coming from Jokic, and it just... I don't like it in his game. I know it gets him easy points at the free throw line and that sort of thing, stops the clock, but it looked really awkward coming out of Jokic. The flopping and the offensive fouls that he gave away, the flagrant foul against Lou Dort, just all of his, the process of him fouling and him drawing fouls all together just looked really bad. And that was really the only bad thing I have to say about his game today. 22 rebounds 48 hours after you've just got out of a 7-game series is just absurd. The one thing Denver need to address is the Jokic-less minutes. Because I think Nikola Jokic in this one played 40-plus minutes. I'm going to say around 44. I'm just going to quickly check it before I go too far into it. Jokic, 42 minutes. So he sat on the bench for a total of 6 minutes in this one. And to be completely honest, I don't have the actual statistics up, but I probably will later on. They were awful. Denver looked like a play-in team as soon as Nikola Jokic went to the bench. Rick Adelman, their interim head coach, I think it was... He started off for 2 minutes in the second quarter, started off for 2 minutes in the fourth quarter, and there must have been a little 2-minute break somewhere else in there. It was ugly. Aaron Gordon's taking pull-up mid-range jump shots is not his game. Jamal Murray, as I said, jump shot just wasn't there. Russell Westbrook had little sparks and little moments where he was getting to the bucket, attacking on the fast break, using, his muscle that he has. But other than that, Christian Brown gave you nothing. He hit maybe one 3-point jump shot and had like a dunk on an alley-oop. Other than that, he did quite literally nothing. And the Peyton Watson minutes, other than defensive, his offense has not developed so far. They gave some spot minutes to Julian Strawther, who, other than one nice little layup, he had nothing offensively. It's their offense. Like, their defense isn't awful when Jokic is on the bench, but you can't then go up the other end of the floor and there is never a possession where I feel like that they're going to score. So they've got to work these minutes out. I know that there's not going to be many of them because Jokic is going to play 40-plus every single night, but they just need to work it out. On the OKC side, Shea had a great game, 30 points or so, I believe, getting to the line, doing his thing, hitting a couple of tough threes, which developing the 3-point jump shot for Shea is probably going to be a massive thing for him in this offseason. He has gotten much better at it, but I feel like he can get up to about that 40-45% from the three-point shot. Alex Caruso, as I said, he was their best player all day, defensively, offensively, doing his role. Lou Dort took a while to get going. I think he was like 0 for 5 from the three-point line. But I think he finished with like 4+ threes. Once he got his eye in, he was really good. He can't defend Jokic though, and I think going down the line, they can't afford to get him to switch on to that Jokic role. Because as burly and as good as Lou Dort is as a defender, he's not 7 foot and he's not crafty enough to guard Nikola Jokic, especially with the size. Isaiah Joe, the minutes were awful. I love me some Isaiah Joe. I love shooters in the league, but his three-point jump shot was horrendous. Jalen Williams, the small one, by the way, not the bigger one. I'll get to the bigger one in a second. Crazy game from him. Like, he did everything. Assist, rebound, steal, score. You really couldn't ask much more from Jalen Williams. He can score the ball maybe a little bit more, but he did everything that you could ask for him. And the taller Jalen Williams, very limited minutes, as we could sort of expect. And the sort of reason he played any sorts of minutes in this one was because of the foul troubles to both Chet and Hartenstein. But he hit one big shot in the first quarter, and it sort of set the tone. It sort of put OKC sort of in that driver's seat. And in the end, it didn't matter. Denver takes game one. Not something that I saw coming. I thought OKC were the one team that were going to hold strong at home. Not the case. Crazy game. The game before that, I watched bits and bobs of. I didn't really get the full broadcast, but the Celtics missed 45 three-point jump shots. I know it's their identity, and I know that the Celtics love to take a three-point jump shot, but 45 missed threes is just absurd. Like, I know, you need to buy into what you believe that you're good at, and don't ever shy away from your system if it's worked for you all the year. But you can't continue to take three-point jump shots in a playoff series, especially against the New York Knicks, who, Mikal Bridges, I got to take my hat off, 51 minutes, down the stretch, corner three-point jump shot, massive steal at the end of the game on Jaylen Brown, which literally sealed the game. He was the Knicks' best player today. Outside of the, occasional offense from Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns, who both respectively could have played better. Like, for them to allow a 20-point lead to surmount on them wasn't good. But they got back in it. And the Knicks shocked the Celtics at the TD Garden. I saw some stat somewhere that apparently this year, when the Celtics were up 20 points, they were like 45-1. Now they're 45-2 in the second round of the playoffs, which hurts a lot. It's a crazy game. 2 crazy games. I really just have no words for a lot of them. The Nuggets game is one of the probably best games I've seen in a very long time because, as I said, I didn't think they were a single chance at even, contesting the Thunder at Paycom Center. But what do I know? I'm just a basketball analyst. It's so, it's crazy to think about. Celtics got to bounce back. OKC also have to bounce back. I think for the Celtics, to be honest, I think the Knicks are a good enough team that you would say the Celtics cannot lose this next game. Because if the Knicks get on a roll, Karl Anthony finds his jump shot, Jalen Brunson gets into his mid-range, starts to find his spots, all these sorts of little things, it's going to be very hard for the Celtics to get back in this series. Jason Tatum had a pretty stinky game for his standards today. I know he had 16 rebounds or whatever, but his jump shot was not falling. I think he missed 10 threes. Jaylen Brown could have impacted the game a lot more. He had his little stretches, but other than that, there was nothing really overly exciting from Jalen today. And yeah, both away teams take game one, which I don't know, the statistic or anything on it, but I think it has been a very long time since that has happened. Both, both one seeds have lost their first game and the two seeds lost their first game. I don't know, the NBA is just, it's something new every day, and that's why I love it so much. But that's really all I have for you guys today. It was a pretty big rant video. Like, I'm just getting all of my thoughts out to you guys. And the game, like, as I'm recording this, is literally just wrapped up. So this is literally all off the top of my head. I haven't gone through the box scores or anything. I'll do that when I do my stat line of the day, possibly later on. And I will report to you guys again tomorrow after a big two games. Game two, Pacers and Cavs. Pacers will look to absolutely dominate on the Cavs home floor. Cavs a bit of a must-win game for them. And the Warriors series starts again. So my emotions only get 24 hours break and they're straight back into the fire. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing. I'm a broken record, I know, but I'm just trying to get it out to you guys because I love doing this so much and it helps me so much more. I'm hitting personal bests on views on videos like pretty much every day now, and I can't thank you guys enough. The motivation that I get from it is insane. Love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow with two more games. Hopefully the Warriors don't lose, otherwise it'll be a sad review. But alas, I will see you guys tomorrow. My voice is gone. I'll talk to you guys then. Thank you guys.